My sister found a hotel sex tape of our mom, thinks it's a secret lover, wants to confront her, and keeps obsessively watching it. My 19M sister, 21F, found this video on my mom's 45F laptop. I think she was using her laptop for some school stuff and she must have gone snooping through her personal files. She found this video, it's from a few years ago according to the date of the file. It's definitely our mom in the video, and it looks to be in some hotel room. There's definitely a man in the video, but he's holding the camera and we don't see his face or hear his voice. I don't want to go into any detail, but it's basically a striptease/sex tape filmed by the man, so while our mom is clearly identifiable, I can't tell exactly who the man is. I first got angry at my sister for showing it to me. I told her this is gross, I don't want to see that. She told me she thinks it could mean our mom is cheating on our dad and we should at least present the information to our dad. I told her it's very likely it's him in the photo, you can see the man's hands in a few shots, I think it's my dad, she seems to think it's not him. I told her if we show it to them and it is him, not only will we be embarrassed, but they would be mad at her for snooping. She was like, why do you care? I'm the one who did the snooping, so only I'll get in trouble. I'll cover you if they try to get mad at you. I told her there has to be a more sensitive way of approaching the situation, instead of just bombarding our parents with hey we saw your sex tape which could either be with you or mom's secret lover, and we should consider the fallout. However, she seems pretty adamant that she just wants to show them, she thinks it's the safest option, since if she was cheating, she gets exposed, but if it was just dad, then no harm done. We can't agree on what to do, and I have a feeling she might show it to them regardless of what I feel, but if I push hard enough I might convince her of an alternative solution. Any ideas on what we should do? Commenter 1. Is your sister following her intuition or does she have a history of stirring up drama? A few years ago, y'all lived with your mom and dad. Of course they'd have to do the freak under wraps. Even if it is some other guy, your parents could be into that. How would you know? After all, your parents don't share their sex lives with you, which means when it turns out your mom didn't cheat and leave video evidence of her infidelity on her laptop, they're going to feel an incredible invasion of privacy. I say, your sister found the tape, she deals with this mess. This isn't your problem. I agree with you that your mother did not cheat. I mean, come on. Commenter 2. So you watched your parents' whole sex tape to try and identify the man in its hands? I feel like vomit would have overcome me long before the striptease ended. It's very likely your dad. Do not make this the most awkward situation of all of your entire lives. Stay out of it. Well, we watched the whole thing and we don't think these are dad's hands. The fuck? Please keep this to yourselves for you and your family's own good. Commenter 3. My advice to both of you is stay out of it. There are a lot of possible explanations for that video. Maybe it's your dad. Maybe your mom had an affair, and already got caught and worked things out with your dad, and forgot to delete that video. Maybe your parents are swingers, or have an open relationship. If it's any of those, nothing good will come from bringing this up with your parents. Maybe your mom is engaging in risky behavior that could result in both of your parents contracting an STI, but that seems like the least likely possibility. You really have no compelling reason to believe it's the case. My parents are definitely not swingers. Commenter 4. Why did your sister feel the need to investigate the video in the first place? Has there been anything fishy with your mom in the past? I mean, if you stumble upon someone's private nude video, checking for cheating is not your first natural reaction. You could try to check the date of the file. It's not always accurate, might have been downloaded much later, but it may give you at least some clues. Maybe your parents were away on a holiday/trip around that time. This way there's a chance you'll have a reasonable explanation for the sister before she decides to spill it out. I like the idea of sending it to him anonymously, maybe through email or something. If it's him, no harm done, and he doesn't know it was us. Commenter 5. But if it is him, and you send it anonymously, he'll be freaking out about who has it and how they found it. Okay, what if we go up to him and tell him there's something we need to show him on the laptop, and then while browsing it in front of him we pretend to stumble on the thing for the first time? We can be like, what is this? If he genuinely doesn't know and says open it to find out, it means he doesn't know about it. If he's like no, don't click that. It means he knows. Commenter 6. Dude, if you use one of the plans you've put in this thread or confront him with it, please post an update. This is gold. I can't wait until your dad A. Gets an anonymous email with his sex tape and thinks he's being blackmailed. B. Finds out you have been watching him do the nasty with mom and is crazy embarrassed, or C. My favorite option, you pretend to mistakenly find it while showing him something else and the whole family watches mom and dad's sex tape. Cheating women don't keep videos on the family laptop of them stripping and cheating, they're not dudes. And if your mom turns out to be the dumbest cheater ever, then all of this will expose itself soon enough, but she's not, so it won't. But I just want to see the cringe update, so I'm still rooting for C. No, here's what my sister and I decided to do. We're going to sit mom and dad down, tell them both, at the same time, that while we were using their laptop, we noticed there was a lot of junk and we were cleaning it up to make it run faster. In the process, we accidentally stumbled on this file, and mistakenly opened without knowing what it was, but closed as soon as we realized. We won't tell them we watched the whole thing, and we won't tell them we suspect cheating. We'll say that the reason we're telling them this is because we think they should save the file in a more secure location, or maybe on a separate hard drive or something, so it doesn't get hacked into. If my dad knows about the tape, he'll be like, okay, that makes sense. If he doesn't know about the tape, well, now he will. Update, 8 days later. Yeah, things didn't go so well, unfortunately. I kept arguing with my sister. I told her if she's so certain they're cheating, the least we could do is ask Dad first if he knows about the tape but not mention that we've seen it. She was determined that it was cheating, based on the hands and the feet. She was like, those definitely aren't Dad's. I told her she was creepy as fuck, if that was them in the video, and God knows how many times she's watched it. She was basically watching a video of our mother naked and fucking our dad's dick. Even if it wasn't our dad's dick, it's still fucking gross. She didn't care. I told her if I couldn't stop her, she should at least leave me out of it. I want nothing to do with it. She went nuclear. She went and told them everything, and embarrassed the fuck out of herself. Turned out her little detective work was way off. It was Dad in the video. Our dad was angry but mostly bewildered, but he just laughed it off and got over it. Our mom, however, didn't take it so well. She had a panic attack. She went nuts. She was like, what the hell is wrong with you kids? I tried to stay out of it, but my sister dragged me into it and named me as her accomplice even though I had warned her against it. Our mom was so hurt and upset, not only that her daughter would so brazenly accuse her of cheating, but that her children had watched an explicit sex tape of her. She was really traumatized. She couldn't take it anymore. She got up and left to her parents' house where she's been there for a whole day to recuperate. She only called our dad to speak to. She won't speak to us. Our dad told us to just give it time until she's feeling better. Commenter 1. Well, your sister is a shitty detective. Your mom needs time to de-stress. On another note, is that tape no longer in your sister's possession? She seemed to have been obsessed with it. I would remove it from her possession and give it to your father. Before she does something even more stupid. Commenter 2. Have you talked to your dad and told him everything about you discouraging your sister? Make sure he knows you didn't want anything to do with your sister's shenanigans and ask him to tell your mom that, and when she's ready you can speak to her directly and apologize on behalf of your sister. Commenter 3. Well, don't ever leave your sister alone with your computer. Or phone. Or mail. Or a journal. Or literally anything she could wildly misinterpret. Lesson learned, I guess. Commenter 4. I hope this is a lesson learned for your sister to stay the hell out of other people's business. Sorry you had to be dragged through all of it.